You're listening to Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official podcast of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And now, here's your host, Michael Larkin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me tonight is the one, the only LFC CEO himself, Mr. Shaun Donnelly. How are you, Shaun?
Hey, Mike, I'm great. How are you?
Good. Cannot complain. A lot of stuff is going down in the world of lingerie fighting championships. We are going to the UK, Sindependence Day 2, July the 4th. Very exciting times. I mean, we've been over in the LFC for Eurobash with the Bratislava event. So how great is it to go now over to the United Kingdom?
It's exciting. We wanted to, it's been a while since our last show, so we wanted to do something really big. And, going back to Europe's been on our to-do list for a while. So we had this opportunity to do a couple shows in the UK, including the 4th of July show, which will be a US versus UK theme, which I think will be a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going.
I look at it from a stance like this. When you think of the United Kingdom as far as fighting world, whether it be boxing, MMA, wrestling, has such a great tight-knit community, much like we see here in the States. And I mean, I think it's a great concept, number one. But number two, on the plus side of things, we got the beautiful, the vivacious, the voluptuous Miss Nadia Sapphire also on this event, taking on our girl Jolene the Valkyrie Hex for that LFC European Championship. Talk about how Nadia came into fruition as well, because she has her own wrestling stuff going on over there in the UK. She's been wrestling over there in the UK against the likes of Lana Austin, who's been on TNA, as well as NXT UK. She's another one that's a force to be reckoned with. Talk about working with Nadia.
I've never been to the UK before, unless you count some stopovers at Heathrow. So going in to do a show in a different city is hard enough. To go into an entirely different country and do a show, you have to have someone who's local. You have to have local help. So I reached out to a number of MMA and wrestling companies in the UK, and as luck would have it, Nadia had contacted us, I guess, a couple of years ago, wanting to join LFC. So she already knew about us and was interested in fighting for us. So it just became a natural fit. And Nadia's got a lot of great contacts over there. She co-owns and runs British Kingdom Pro Wrestling League. So it worked out really well. She's based in Cardiff, Wales, and going to the UK, I didn't want to just do one country. I wanted to do at least two. So the first show will be in England and the second in Wales, which will be really nice.
I look at it from a stance like this, man. The LFC UK takeover is here. And I mean, we mentioned Jolene as well. What a great presentation for the United States. When you think of the LFC, one of the main focal points is our European champion, Jolene the Valkyrie Hex, one of the most memorable belts ever against Andrea the Storm Fladelli.
Can she get some kind of tension on that arm? A wild position there, but a beautiful little move. Now sliding out for a potential triangle choke. Hex looking to slam out of it. Back onto a little tricky armbar there. Just love the athleticism and creativity of Ladoy.
Talk about Jolene and what we can really expect from her going into this, because the last time I believe we saw Jolene was LFC 36 against Jenny Bloody Valentine at Booty Camp 4.
That's correct. She hasn't fought in a long time. She was back recently in the LFC 2025 calendar, so we got to shoot with her there.
Boom, that's incredible like that. Boom.
She had always put a condition on that European title that she would not defend it anywhere but Europe. So, we finally have the chance to do that. She's excited to, come and defend her title in London.
I look at it from a stance like this as well. And you did mention the calendar. One of the most integral parts of LFC is that doggone calendar. We've seen a lot of the shoots being represented on the VIP section of the LFC website, and we really get to see really what draws and showcases that imagery and some of our beautiful and most diverse fighters. Talk about the calendar this time, man, because I've seen it. I have it. I love it. It really does showcase such of the great fighters, old and new, as far as the LFC auspices go.
Yeah, we do a different theme every calendar, as you know, and this past calendar, we decided to go with a gun theme. And let's just say it's really good. We checked all the guns before we shot, or I'd be dead for sure. There's not a lot of gun safety going on those days. So we made sure everything was done safely and unloaded and confirmed everything. But they turned out to be just amazing shoots. We're very lucky. We have two incredible photographers that have been with LFC for a long time. Of course, our official photographer Richard Amber, close friend of mine, fabulous photographer. The girls love shooting with him. And then again, we more recently we added Miles Long. Again, great guy. The girls love shooting with him. So the way we broke down the shoot was anyone who had their own gun shot with Richard, anyone who needed a gun shot with Miles, and he had plenty of weapons to contribute to the shoot.
I look at it like this, man. When you talk about the guns ablazing, and that means so many different things on so many different levels when it comes with the LFC fighters. I mean, I think that's a great concept as well. And one of the other concepts, I have to mention this to you, because one of the last events, and it's on the VIP section. I love the virtual reality and the boxing side of things. We really got to showcase the girls really doing the virtual boxing type of vibes. I really dug that.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, I got really into, I used to box when I was younger, and I always used to say, I will get into shape when VR boxing comes out. When I can box Mike Tyson and not get killed, I will do it. And I've lost 75 pounds just boxing in a virtual, with a headset on. So we just decided it would be really cool, to combine sort of virtual reality boxing with girls in lingerie. And, so we've done that. We did it even with some ring girls, and they, quickly saw why they're ring girls and not fighters. There's a couple who I don't think could punch their way out of a wet paper bag, but it was sure cute.
And I will say this, it does not go unnoticed, the progress and work you put in. Congratulations on the weight loss, dude. And I look at it like this. We have so many different women that make the overall great representation of the presentation when it comes with LFC. And speaking of representation of your presentation, let's put us into the forefront as well. All of our great champions. We mentioned Jolene, the Valkyrie Hex, but you got Bella Madison, the LFC booty camp champ, chain, everything, the championship, the booty camp champion. And you got the new LFC champ, who Bella Inc., who made her debut back at the first booty camp, and then boom, here she is now as LFC champion. How awesome is it to see the rise of both of those ladies?
It's amazing. And of course, all our champions are going to be in England with us. So Bella Madison signed on immediately, Bella Inc., Jolene as the European champ. So, it's going to be a really, really good roster. Team USA is stacked. We're still putting together Team UK with the help of Nadia. So hopefully that team can compete with the American team, because the American team is very strong.
Oh, absolutely. And I think with the addition of that, Bella Madison and Sarah the Rebel Wolf from the last bout had a great bout. Same with Bella Inc. and her. And those two gel so well. And I look with Bella Inc. as well. We definitely have to get to see a rubber match between even her and Jolene or whomever. There's so many top contenders within that LFC auspices that we're going to see a lot of great magic with. And speaking of magic, talk about other one who's going to be there. We got to talk about Katie the Bombshell Forbes, man. Her bouts with Selena are amazing. Some of the top moments in LFC. You think of Katie Forbes, you think of Selena. You also go back to her bout with Sheila Crash Cardinal. Talk about Katie Forbes, the bombshell, coming over to the UK for Team USA.
Yeah, Katie was, right up there. Basically, I picked the dream team sort of thing of who LFC would most want to, competitively. Also, we got to travel with these people, so these, I also picked kind of the, people I know that are super nice and easy to work with. But Katie Forbes is a tremendous talent, obviously. So we're bringing her. You mentioned Sarah Wolf. We're bringing Sarah. I think we have 2 more spots for Team USA. I know who. I'm pretty sure I know who it'll be. We've been in touch with Danny Moe. So we're looking to bring Danny Moe with us, add her to Team USA, and then kind of a surprise from the past that I'll let you know once we confirm.
All right, well, no spoilers yet, sir. I cannot wait to see, and I can't wait to see when those announcements come. Dude, Danny Moe, first off, shout out to everything that she's done in the professional wrestling world. She's wrestled all over. That is a great addition, man.
Yeah, that came about because of Katie Forbes. often when we're looking to add someone, especially of a certain caliber, we reach out to people we already have. Do you have friends you'd like to fight? Now, of course, with the U.S. versus U.K. theme of the July 4th show, they're not going to fight each other because they're going to be on the same team. But then we do have a second show in Cardiff, Wales. So we get to, that's not US versus UK. So we're going to have US fighters, Katie and Danny would be a great match. We're also bringing some people that, from Italy, Pamela Strong and Angelica Ko. They will fight each other in Cardiff. And this is also an opportunity for us to get back Sheena Bathory, who, is not able to travel to the U.S. currently. But first thing I did was reach out to Sheena and say, hey, would you like to come to England? And she was so excited. She said she started crying. She wasn't sure she'd ever be able to fight for LFC again because of her, visa issues. So this is an opportunity for her to come back. And, of course, we love Sheena. So we're excited to have her back.
I got to say that woman put me in a strong ass headlock back at LFC 35. My goodness gracious. Don't get your hands around the Bathory, man. I mean, I look at it like this. That woman has transitioned from LFC Sessions Wrestling Power Slap, where she made really her mark there. I'm happy to see her back in LFC. The bouts that she's had with Shaylin and Bella Madison have been incredible. You mentioned Angelica Cole, 2-0. She has a great bouts with Andre Shakti and Lauren the Adventuress Ceccarelli with a new attitude at our last event. I look at it from a stance like this, man, and Pamela Strong is another great work over there on the Italy side of things. So that is a great international concept, and really a lot of people, like you mentioned, knowing each other, but it does add a lot of sizzle and spice and sugar and spice, maybe not so nice when it comes to who we get to see come in.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about, the opportunity. And that's why it was great also doing, more than one show. I mean, you're going all that way. You should do a couple shows. But, the US versus UK kind of limits us a little bit. So I want to do a show without those limits. No, US versus UK is exciting. And, it's already getting a lot of attention and a lot of excitement. We have a TV pay-per-view deal for it with iDream CTV. It's our new broadcaster, and they've been incredibly supportive, and they're excited to carry that live and also be carried live on our site.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I love the partnerships and everything. It's more expenditure, and it's more just everything that goes into what makes LFC great. And I mean, you mentioned not having an event not in a while, but I think this is a great comeback, and this is just a great return to everything that represents the LFC brand. And speaking of the LFC brand, I would not be remiss if I didn't mention this, but my God, Joel Kane in the UK. I mean, if what we've seen with the Sausage Party, if what we've seen in Bratislava and everything that we've seen there, what can we expect from our esteemed coach, Joel Kane, when we get there? Because I'm sure there's going to be some adventures that Joel's going to get into.
Well, I think some people will be surprised that Joe was, picked to be Team USA Prez. He's from Indianapolis, so he's American, but a lot of people thought Leon would probably get that role. But Leon is, congratulations to Leon. He just had his wife just had a beautiful daughter, and he just wants to stay with it. She's too young for him to be away. Which I totally respect. Same with Selena. We were, offered, of course, a role to Selena. She was excited to do it. At first I had said yes, but then, just got thinking about it. She just had a baby recently, and it's just too soon to be away, which again, I totally respect. We will have Selena back as soon as humanly possible. But in the meantime, Joe Kane will be the Team USA coach. And I've already heard some things from him that I don't think the British are going to like him at all. He has some ideas that are kind of out there, including his wardrobe. But Joe is who he is, and he's a good coach, and the team I think will do well with him.
Absolutely. I mean, we can say his unorthodox methods, but it does reign true with his repertoire and what he does bring with his pearls of wisdom, so to speak. And I mean, I just have the image now of Joel in a Union Jack outfit and just anything that goes with that. I am excited to see what that man's going to cook up. He is the ultimate heel, but I'm excited for it. And I got to put this into fruition as well with as far as LFC goes and everything toward the future, man. The UK is really bringing it. The LFC is bringing it. I cannot wait to see this and really much more everybody go to lfcfights.com when this airs on the 4th of July and everything that comes with a hot summer from the Lingerie Fighting Championships brand. And a couple other things I want to ask you before we close this out, because Shaun, you're always a blast to talk to, and I always appreciate you filling us in on what comes from the LFC brand. You're always a joy to talk to, and I'll definitely have you back on for another round.
Oh, you bet. I'm always happy to do it.
Thank you, man. And I will say this before we do close this out. Do you want to promote the social medias where we can find the LFC brand? The floor is yours.
I never know the social media. I don't handle any of it anymore, but it's all listed on our site, lfcfights.com. I think most people know about our YouTube channel, which is over 250 million views, well over 800,000 subscribers. Our Facebook page, which we had lost, it got hacked. It's up. We launched a new one. It's up around 400,000 followers. So we continue to be very popular on social media, which is always exciting.
Excellent. And I will say this as well. Definitely follow all the links. The links will be in the description below this audio. And good Sarah, I have to point this out because if I don't mention it, I got to put it to the forefront. Rumble. I also saw LFC's doing its thing on Rumble. What can we expect from the Rumble side of things?
Probably very similar to what we do on YouTube and Facebook. It's the same gentleman who handles that, a gentleman out of the UK, ironically, who's going to be helping out with these shows, named Rory. And Rory handles Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. We had a lot of fans requesting us be on Rumble. It wasn't a platform I'm overly familiar with, but, so we did a little research into it and decided that, it might be a good fit for us to be there. We want to be on all social platforms if possible.
Absolutely. And I will say the socials that we have now connect, interact, and just overall enjoy the fine content that is Lingerie Fighting Championships, where you can see this face, that face, and most importantly, the amazing women and beautiful women of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And Shaun,
let's focus more on that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to put everybody over here, but yes, focus more on the women. I was trying to be nice. All right, come on, man.
They said a show. I've wandered in front of a camera and I'm probably lost. So.
Oh my goodness gracious. We don't need to tell you how pretty we are. I digress. So Shaun, do you have any final words for the LFC faithful before we close this thing out, man?
No, just really excited. We've been doing more international stuff. As you know, LFC 42 was a show from Japan. Now it wasn't our fighters. It was someone in Japan did that for us. So we're becoming, I think, a little more worldwide, and which is exciting.
Absolutely. Worldwide, internationally known, and we're known to rock the microphone. Easy rock, Rob Bass, it takes two. And congratulations and much love to Selena as well as Leon for the birth of their children. Family is everything, that is key. And as always, folks, we appreciate you listening to this fine podcast on many podcast platforms. And of course, the VIP section of the LFC website. For LFC CEO Shaun Donnelly, my name is Mike Larkin. And as the message states, beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And these fine LFC fighters certainly exude and accentuate that. Thank you all for listening. And Shaun, thank you as always for stopping by.
Thank you, Mike.